Hey, Mr. A.
Yeah.
A customer just dropped this off. He said it was leaking from the handle, and he wanted to know if he needed to replace the whole thing or not.
You know, a lot of people think that, but this is my favorite tool, the Drimaster. It's actually a very simple fix. Let me show you how to do it. So that way, if this happens again, you'll be able to take care of it when a customer comes in if I'm not around, or like Ed's on vacation. Also, let's throw it on YouTube. We can help other carpet cleaners out too.
Alrighty.
Okay, so under this is a little packing nut. And all this has to be is tightened up, but a lot of guys don't know how to do it. So get me a 5/64 Allen wrench over there. I'm going to show you. It's so simple, but if you do it wrong, you can actually do damage. There's a little needle valve under here. So all you do is get this in there, turn it, and you don't need to turn that little Allen nut all the way out. Just enough to pull it off of there. And it's got a little flat side on it. And see how that flat side fits? And it'll go right back on there. So it just goes from on and off. That's all it basically does. They can adjust the flow slightly, but it starts to leak. And here's the problem. It's this little washer and this little nut here. You notice how it's moving? Well, that's where the moisture's coming out, Kyle. All right? Now, you just don't want to over-tighten this because there's a needle valve in there that can mushroom out and do damage to it. So let me show you how easy it is. First of all we're going to do is tighten it finger tight. Okay? Just like that. Then we're going to step over here and grab ourselves a pair of pliers. Now, some guys will use, a ratchet and a socket on there. I don't recommend that because it might tighten it too tight. All they need to do is just open up their pliers a little bit like that, right to the wider section. And just barely give it just a little twist, maybe a quarter turn, and boom, that's perfect. Now, all you do now, find your flat side in there, flat side of that, put it in there, and let's feel it. Now, it's a little snug. It's just the way it's supposed to be, so it holds in place, can adjust the flow. I really love this tool. It's so easy to use, very ergonomic. That's why I use it on my own truck. And then when you put this in, just put it finger tight. No need to overdo it. Now, look how this thing is. Look at that. Just feel it for yourself. Back and forth. Notice it was real loose before?
Yeah.
Notice how snug it is?
That's a
That's
big
perfect.
difference. It
just holds it right in place, and now it won't leak on it. I'll tell you what, when you're cleaning upholstery, right, it's already a pain to clean upholstery. And if this thing's dripping hot water on you because it's a continuous flow tool, it burns you and it's aggravating and it drips. You got to clean up those drips. But I recommend a cleaner doing this at least once a year, and also never put grease in there. A lot of guys think you have to put grease in there. You really don't. You just snug it up, leave it the way it is. No grease is necessary, and this tool will give them many years, maybe decades of great service. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to call this customer, let them know. We're just going to charge them, well, I'm not even going to charge them the minimum charge. It's just that easy. But go ahead and let's work out something for him, and we'll take care of him. Now, let's get back on that vibe. On the vibe, the guy called in last night. He ordered it last night, and he's got a huge job coming up. And as a cleaner, I understand how important it is to get something out right away. Will this vibe get out today? Do you have it about ready to go?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, let's take a look at it. Super.